Hey everyone, welcome back to Pro Cycle Repair with Ian. Hey, today I'm going to show you guys a 1970 Honda CT90. I think I've shown you guys videos on it before. But today I'm going to show you guys how to replace the front fork boots. Alright, so first thing you're going to do is you're going to loosen the main axle nut, slide the axle out. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take off the 4 bolts around the inside of the fender. And you're going to take that fender off. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take off this top bolt right here, and we're going to loosen this one right here. We'll take this top one off. Just like that. Check the oil seal on it. Looks good. And then what we'll do is we'll start working our way of this out. Feels pretty tight though, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go grab a screwdriver or a crowbar and put it in between there just to widen that gap a little bit, and then we'll start pulling it out. Alright, so I had to bring out the big crowbar, stuff it down the triple clamp, hammer on that sucker pretty good. This had a ton of surface rust on it, which made it like glue inside that triple clamp, so I had a heck of a time trying to get that sucker out. And in the process, I had to use a leftover from that CT90. I had leftover shifter shaft to stuff on the top part to hammer it down out of it. And I damaged the threads. So one of two things. I can either what is it called? Tap the threads, put new, clean up the threads, reuse this one. The downside is the seals are shot. There's water damage in them. So I was looking on eBay for new seals, and I saw that you can get 2 new forks for a CT90 for only $54. It'll cost me, it already cost me whatever, 20 bucks for the boots, and it'll cost me another 20 for probably seals, good seals, and then the oil, and then the time. Might as well just order new ones. So I just want to show you guys really quick how to do that. I will show you guys how to install the new ones. It's pretty straightforward. You just slide it up in the shaft, bring it up to the height that you need to bring it up, put the oil screw back in on the top, screw it down as much as it can. Once it's tight, then you tighten that bolt right over here that goes right in there. That's your triple clamp bolt, and that's pretty much it. Put the fender back on, put the brake back in the tire, put the wheel on, done. Alright everyone, so we got the new fork in the mail, and I already installed one of them. I took the old springs and the old chrome that go with this bike, put it on already, up around there. Looks really good for being a remake, and only $54 for 2 of them. Came with the bolt hardware for the fenders. Everything's really nice. The only thing that isn't original is these were painted. Just like those kind of grayish ones. But yeah, it even came with the fork fluid in them already, the nice chrome nut at the top, the springs inside. Pretty good deal for that little money. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to put the second one in. Got it right here. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how to put the second one in really quick. Show you how it came. Comes with this dust cover on it, so you can put it on a variety of stuff like SL90, a CB90, I don't know. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys really quick how to do this. Alright, so first thing you need to do is get some gloves on. Get the old spring assembly off. and just clean it with brake clean. So I'm gonna do that really quick. Alright, so I cleaned everything up. So first thing you're gonna do is, like I said, take that dust cover, it just peels right off. Get that thing off. Then you're gonna take the bottom piece. I cleaned it up a little bit with my steel wool and stuff. Slide that down, just like that. Take your spring, slide that down. It's gonna go right inside that. Then next what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab this piece, put that down. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab our new boot. The piece with the holes goes on the bottom. Then we're gonna take this next collar, put that on. Then we're gonna feed the rubber piece around it. Then we'll pull the other rubber piece down. You're gonna pull it down to that collar right there. And eventually what we'll do is we'll put a zip tie around that just to hold it from going up. So that's that part done. The next part, what we have to do is we need to get this top piece off. Typically what it does is that's where we fill the fork fluid, but this brass, whatever metal piece, this screws in actually holds the fork fluid. This is kind of just for show. It's a little different than the originals, but it still works good. This little collar right here, where it comes up, is gonna go right in between the headlight bucket, and then this is gonna feed down from the triple clamp, the very top one, and it's gonna pull that all together. I'll show you guys in a little bit, but first we have to get that bolt off. Okay. All right. All right, so next what we want to do is we're going to feed this up into here. Actually, I forgot. There's a bunch of rust up inside there. We're going to use some of this really quick. Scotch-Brite. So once you clean that up a little bit, now we're going to put it up. it up nice and easy. Then once you feed it up enough into that, because right in this red part, there's a piece where that gold top part of the fork can go up into perfectly. And what we'll do is we'll just feed this down in. And we will grab a 17. $18. Make it probably about 20 foot-pounds. Don't need to go too tight. And then what we'll do next is we'll grab our triple clamp bolt. Feed that right in there. Which is a 14. Make it pretty snug. Don't want that coming out on anyone. And there you go. That's how you put on a CT90 fork without having to rebuild them. And what we'll do next is we will unscrew those, put the fender in between it, and we'll have our fenders on, which I'll show you in a little bit. Alright, so I got the bolts off. So what you're going to do is, the best way to put the fender back on is you push it up from the bottom and you squeeze it in between those pieces. So we'll put the screws in right now. Alright, so we got a replacement one. Great looking shock. Looks almost original except for it's black. But yeah, I'll show you guys how to put it on. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is take off this bolt, and then there's a bolt behind this bolt that holds the exhaust, and then the other one holds the shock. So first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want a 14. This right. Is that gonna work? Not really. That's too big, so we'll probably need a 13 or a 12. Alright, so next you want to just pull that bolt off, separate the exhaust a little bit, and unscrew that bolt. Alright, so the new ones come with obviously new rubber grommets and I think they just call them bushings. The bottom ones are fine to keep in, but the top ones, they have a larger just holder for them, so you actually have to push these ones out. I used a 17 on the bottom, and then I used a 9mm on the top, and just used a hammer to bang it out, and then I put a little bit of grease on there just so it slides on easier. It'll look like this when it comes out. Let's do that. Alright, so then you'll make sure this side is the side that exposed, not the side not this side. So you'll put that top piece on first. Don't forget that lube to put on. A little bit of grease. Same things want to pop out. I'm gonna need 2 hands for this. 1 second. And you'll screw on this piece. Make it nice and snug. Then we'll push the exhaust back on. Okay. Then we'll put the washer back on. And the nut. And we'll screw that one on. And then what we'll do is we'll put the washer back on and we'll put this nut.